Question. Hi Kim. I feel I have a separate self projecting false information. The Ascended Master talk about being non-reactive and not taking anything personally, as we are not responsible for other people's actions or what people should or should not do. My separate self keeps projecting. If you are non-reactive and detached, people will think you don't care about them or what they are saying. They will think you are cold, detached, or even a psychopath. You are going to end up losing friends and ending relationships. Are there any truth in what my separate self is projecting? Well, it's the question that illustrates one of the central features of these subconscious selves. They're based on duality, so there's always two opposite polarities. So they're always projecting a contradictory message at you. And so you can have a concept that's a valid concept about being non-attached, respecting other people's free will, not feeling responsible for changing them. But you can still have a subconscious self that is projecting at you, you should be non-attached. Then you can have another subconscious self that's projecting, but that means you don't care. Because the selves, they can't understand what it means to be non-attached by resolving psychology. They can only look at it dualistically. So they are thinking that the only way to be non-attached is to not have any reaction to other people, and the only way not to react is to not care about them. But that's not really what it means. It actually means to come to a real respect for other people's free will, but a real respect for your own free will so that you allow them to act the way they want, but you also don't allow yourself to be pulled into a reaction by the other people. So it's not really that you don't care, but even that is actually a statement that has to be modified, because as you attain non-attachment, you will no longer care the way most people mean it when they say you care. Because you don't have a reactionary pattern to them anymore. They're not pushing your buttons because you have no buttons to push. And there are many people, many relationships, where the relationship is locked in a certain dynamic. You can see, for example, just a common example. You have two men. And whenever they meet, they immediately start being very sarcastic and ironical with each other. Basically putting each other down in this, it's supposed to be a humorous way, right? And one person starts and the other person fires back, and they're just ping-ponging back and forth like this. And for some people, this is a relationship. This is male bonding, you know. And so now you have one of them that finds a spiritual teaching, learns about non-attachment, and all of a sudden he comes to a point where, first of all, when the other person is kidding him, so to speak, he has no reaction to it. So he doesn't need to kid back. He doesn't need to defend himself. He doesn't need to put the other person down. So all of a sudden he doesn't react the way he used to. And what's the first person going to feel? Oh, you don't care about me anymore. Why are you not reacting? Why are we not kidding anymore? We used to get along by putting each other down. And so the first person might feel, you don't care about them anymore. Oh, you become cold because I can't provoke you anymore. I don't have any buttons to push. I don't have any control over you. So you don't care about me anymore, is what some people will reason. And quite frankly, as you walk the spiritual path and work towards non-attachment, you will lose some people. You will lose some relationships. I've seen it happen to any number of spiritual people. And it's simply because of this. The relationship is based on this unhealthy dynamic, and when you don't reciprocate, when you don't push back, the other person doesn't know what to do. Now, in some cases, the person might change as you have changed. And you might actually have a relationship at a higher level. But there will be some people that are not willing to change, and you are going to lose them. Now, you may then find other people who are at your same level of consciousness that you have risen to, where you can have a relationship at a much higher level. That's certainly what's happened to me and many people I know on the spiritual path. But, you know, the question is, my subconscious self is projecting that they will think you're cold, detached, or even a psychopath, and you're going to end up losing friends and any relationships. Are there any truth to what my subconscious self is projecting? Well, yes, there is some truth to it. This can very well happen. But then again, the question is, do you care? Do you want to keep having relationships at that level? And personally, what I have found is that there are many people that they are trapped in these reactionary patterns. For example, I know some men I have known from when I was young, when I was a teenager, and they are in this, you know, sarcastic, projecting, this and that. But I have found that with most of them, I can still have a relationship with them even though I'm not doing what they're doing. And for some of them, it's not like we have a deep relationship, it's not like we talk about spiritual things, but it's almost like it's relaxing for them to be around me because there isn't a constant ping pong. And so it's a little different for them. And so I have found that I can walk into an environment like that where people are doing this, and I can still be myself, and I can still just talk about something positive. And I think sometimes people are, because what you see often is that relationships, they're based on this negative view. Oh, everything is wrong with the world, or you are like this, or you are like that, or you said this, or you said that. But you can talk about something positive, and at least some people appreciate it, and some people, you know, they might not even notice, but so what? It's again this. You want to be true to yourself. You know, as you walk the spiritual path, you become more and more true to yourself, and then you're just looking at people who can't handle that. Well, they just have to fall by the wayside. You have to leave them behind. And then you will find other people who can appreciate the level of consciousness that you have risen to.